Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us. Federal wildlife officials are reviewing the endangered status of the Florida panther. They may possibly move it to the threatened list.
But one local panther expert thinks it would be a mistake. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo is here with more on the story. Dwayne?
Well, guys, even though there's a significant population increase over the last 2 decades, this expert says progress should not come to a halt.
Last year, Florida established a record number of panthers killed on roads and highways, nearly 40 total. For Bill Samuels, it's a lightning rod issue in the state.
Anything involving the panther is emotional.
Samuels is head of the Florida Panther Project, an organization specializing in panther education. He says the official review of its endangered status is part of a regular checkup.
The fact is, it's a normal part of the process. It's a routine 5-year review.
Stressing that Florida's official state animal is native and deserves a place in the Florida landscape.
You know, the habitat is shrinking in Florida. The idea was to move them from South Florida or let them disperse naturally up the Florida Peninsula into the southeast.
Samuels points out that some believe the panther is not in danger, but stresses it's a distinct population group and believes the panther still belongs on the endangered list, but says there may be a viable alternative to reclassification.
One of the options that's available to the Fish and Wildlife Service is to declare the panther a distinct population segment. Even though they're the same animals that are populated in many states, their population is very high out west. Because they're the same animal but separated, they can be protected.
Also saying the government wants to hear from Florida residents.
This is the chance for people to speak up. This is their chance to say why they believe or don't believe that the panther should be delisted.
The comment period on the endangered species status on the Florida panther ends August 29th. Back to you.
All right, Dwayne, thank you. Sarasota police are cracking down on unlicensed doctors. Police sharing details of a recent arrest of a man who was seeing patients after his license was revoked. The investigation began with an anonymous complaint to the Department of Health. The doctor named Ronald Wheeler was arrested at his office yesterday and charged with unlicensed practice of the healthcare profession. According to Department of Health records, Wheeler's license was revoked in April after several public complaints were filed saying he was diagnosing patients with prostate cancer without performing a biopsy, as is the professional standard.
If there are further victims out there, then we definitely need to bring charges against him on behalf of those victims.
Police are asking anyone who was a patient of Wheeler's between April and July of this year to contact them immediately.
A Suncoast trio is accused of stealing a boat from a Sarasota homeowner, and deputies continue to search for one of the suspects. Detectives have surveillance video from nearby businesses showing a truck towing the stolen boat, which was later found partially submerged in Manatee County and stripped of its parts. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says Edward Smith was selling stolen boat parts from his Bradenton home and linked the sales to this case. Detectives are still looking for him and issued a warrant for his arrest. Detectives also learned that Cassandra Giddings and Robert Michael were connected to this theft as well. Both are in custody at the Sarasota County Jail. Additional charges are pending. A Bradenton woman has been charged for stealing more than $80,000 from an elderly woman she was supposed to be protecting. According to the Sarasota County Sheriff's detectives, Carrie Stanfield used a $96,000 life insurance settlement for the victim's son to pay her own bills and make online purchases. She was arrested Wednesday for grand theft of a person 65 years or older. The victim granted Stanfield power of attorney last year before a medical procedure that left her in a rehab facility. But as Sarasota attorney Babette Bach explains, that does not mean that she loses the right to her money.
I don't think it's any different than taking your car into a car dealer to be repaired and then they steal your car.
There were large payments made to insurance providers, cell phone providers. Basically, she was using this money to live, to survive.
Bach wants to remind seniors they have the temporary option of a court-appointed voluntary guardianship if they are dealing with a medical issue.
Big problem around here.
Yes, it is.
So
you have to
many
be so
elderly
careful
people.
about that when you're going in to have those type of issues.
All right, let's get a check on our weather. Steve Newman in for Bob tonight, and a pretty good night out there. Steve?
Absolutely good for Friday Fest, too. I think those storms you were asking about might not make it to the coast. They've been rumbling over the interior, as you can see in this high-resolution satellite image. Northern Manatee County and up in Polk and Hardee counties, and there was an outflow boundary coming out from that, which we could see on radar, that was concerning me. There it goes. But I think the atmosphere is so stable after those storms we've got this morning that that outflow boundary just doesn't have any moisture to lift up to create any. You can see the storms are easing up. So I think we dodged the bullet on that for Friday Fest. So go out and enjoy that tonight. Here's our overnight futurecast showing some storms off and on through the evening, particularly around dawn, 4 or 5 in the morning, they kick up again and move inland. So we could hear some claps of thunder before you really want to wake up. Temperatures cooling off to the mid-70s by dawn. That's our complete forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Thank you, Steve. We've heard of Floatopia and other water-related events, but those wanting to have fun out on the water now have a few options off the shores of Longboat Key.
ABC 7's Bobeth Yates has more.
The once remote location of Bear Can Island has gotten a new addition, a floating jungle gym, but it's causing some controversy.
We moved down here and decided to do the business thinking that it was going to be an exciting business to do, to see smiles on kids and adults.
Edwin Toro is the owner of Fun Life Entertainment, which is basically a floating amusement park.
The locals and vacationers are very happy because many times they were just boating around and the kids were asking for better things to do. So all we've been getting from all the locals and vacationers has been a good feedback and saying that they're so excited for us to be here.
And Suncoast residents Dylan Kirshner and Ethan Taylor agree.
It's good. It's pretty fun.
It was pretty fun. It was a unique experience. Nothing like anything I've ever done before.
Pretty
really
secluded too, so you get kind of privacy.
Yeah.
But not everyone is happy with the floating jungle gym.
It just doesn't make sense that they really even allow it. And as someone who lives here, we just have to deal with the collateral damage. People coming, looking how to get access.
Despite those concerns, the owner says no one has complained directly to him, which means it's business as usual. Bobeth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Bobeth. Hopefully everyone's staying safe out on that thing. You got to be careful.
Pretty good idea, though.
Yeah,
Still to come in your Suncoast News, a local phenomenon rocking the Suncoast.
Why people are placing painted rocks around local areas and where you may be able to find one.
Oh, look! A bouquet of lump-livered drolls.
We went to a real school to show that bullying should be history.
You monkey-elbowed pockmarks. What a bunch of beef-witted pig nuts.
On Monday, October 2nd, let's all stand up for World Day of Bullying Prevention by rocking a blue shirt. Together, let's make bullying a thing of the past. Go blue and get your blue shirt at stompoutbullying.org.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru is rated the safest and most dependable automotive brand, and all Subaru models with eyesight are a 2017 IIHS top safety pick. Right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV, a new Subaru Forester, for just $209 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
I heard about the Dotole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The
official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Download yours today.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
A new phenomenon is sweeping the Suncoast. It's called rocking.
Yep, people are painting rocks and then leaving them in places like parks, libraries, and in downtown areas. The purpose? To put a smile on your face. ABC7's Christopher Brantley was one of the lucky recipients of the game and has more on the story from Venice tonight. Christopher?
Good evening, Scott and Haley. Here's the rock that I found earlier. The point of this is, as you said, to bring a smile to people's faces. And if you go just about anywhere these days, you might find one yourself.
There's children's artwork. Everyone is unique and special. Some are big, some are little. There was one that we found that had $2 attached to it.
The rocks are popping up everywhere, whether you're at the library or at Zoo Atlanta in Georgia. The group's
Sometimes
message
people
is,
give
if
clues
you find
where
a
they're
rock, take a picture of
we're gonna
it,
go
post
rock
it
the library
online,
today,
and re-hide
people will
it.
jump in their cars and head over to the library and hunt rocks.
It started as a community kindness project some time ago, but it's expanded around the country. And some rock painters do have a good sense of humor.
It was the Wilson, the volleyball with the handprint on it from Castaway, cleverly placed at FedEx, so it was really neat.
We joined a couple of families as they went on the hunt at Blaylock Park in Venice.
It was right in this rock. What? It was our...
I feel like it makes people happy, just hiding them, and when they find them, they're just like, yay, we found a rock.
11-year-old Natalie Hill is a serious rocker herself. She spends hours painting them in her parents' garage.
The other day when we were at Subway, I hit a rock outside, and there was a lady out there. She was about 95, and she found the rock, and she had a big smile on her face when she walked out.
And that's the rub. It's not about painting rocks or hiding them. It's about passing on a sense of joy and kindness.
It's making them think that other people are spreading kindness, spreading love, and not just hiding rocks for the fun of it.
The group's message is, if you find a rock, take a picture of it, post it online, and re-hide it, keeping the rock sensation rockin' on. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. Very cool. So you have to look around or paint some rocks for yourself and drop them off somewhere.
And pass it on.
Good idea. Pretty easy, too.
We'll be right back with your forecast for the weekend. Stay with us.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
You studied hard, went to college, and achieved your dream, but it turned into a financial nightmare. If you have federal student loans and you'd like to reduce your payments, get more time, or have your loans completely eliminated, then we have good news. With one call to Student Loan Relief Services, you can find support and guidance. We've already helped thousands of people, and we can help you too. If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans, you can qualify for payment extensions, payment reductions, options. Or you may qualify to have your federal student loan completely forgiven. Call Student Loan Relief Services now to find out about your options. Take control of your finances and get out from under this burden. One of our student loan experts has the answers to your questions and great solutions to ease your financial burden. We're here for you. Call Student Loan Relief Services now.
Call 800-759-0203, 800-759-0203.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Many people with Medicare may be able to get extra benefits and don't even know they're available. You may be able to get dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage included in your plan. The Medicare Coverage Helpline is accepting calls to see if you're eligible to enroll now. You may be able to get extra benefits including dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Making sure you go to the doctor and taking all your medications as prescribed can help protect your health. To make it easier, you may now be able to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan that includes coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Help protect your health by choosing the right plan for you and get all the benefits you deserve.
Call to see if you may be able to get extra benefits including dental, vision, and prescription coverage. Don't delay. Call to see if you're eligible to enroll and may be able to get extra benefits now. Call 800-711-7200. That's 800-711-7200.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D services.com.
Well, Steve, we have a booth out at Friday Fest, and you said probably going to get lucky and not have showers in that area at the Van Wezel.
No storms, and hopefully they have enough of a breeze to keep you cool. It's
hopefully
a nice evening shaping up.
Yeah.
But overnight, maybe some storms. Take a look at our webcam from Casey Key, and a beautiful sight it is. Look at the storms trying to build up out there in the Gulf of Mexico. But I think the air has become so stable during the afternoon and late morning that we're not going to have any storms until the wee hours of the morning. Currently at Sarasota Bradenton International Airport, the temperature is 87, dew point 73, 63% humidity. It feels more like 96, 97 outside right now, but that'll start cooling off. The yellows and greens are a result of rain that has cooled part of the state. Still 80 in Tampa, Fort Myers 86. Miami is recovering from storms they had earlier today. And across our viewing area, temperatures in the upper 80s right along the immediate coast. But that rain, those storms out in Hardee County and southern Hillsborough and northeastern Manatee County have cooled things off a little bit up there. But with the sun coming back up, it'll warm up again in the next hour or so. Look at the storms blowing across the state. They're also dying down. Things are calming down much earlier than I thought they would earlier today, but you see those storms. There was an outflow boundary coming from those storms, but as the atmosphere stabilized, it looks like we're not going to see anything more, at least for about 6 hours. We'll see. It is getting blistering hot in the Midwest. These are current temperatures: 103 at Wichita, 102 at Oklahoma City, 100 in Dallas. Cools off only to about 80 degrees tonight and then warms back up again. 104 Wichita, 104 Oklahoma City, Kansas City 101, even St. Louis 102. It's hot along the Atlantic coast too. Temperatures right now in the upper 90s in many spots, and all the way up to New York City tomorrow. They'll make it up into the low 90s. Washington, D.C. will top off at 95. There are heat advisories along the Atlantic coast for tomorrow as well. We have a little trough of low pressure over the northern Gulf, otherwise high pressure blankets 2/3 of the country. And it's that seeking, drying air that is causing the heat in the Midwest. It means all the action is in the northern third of the country, and they've just had a parade of storms moving across the northern plains and upper Mississippi Valley. And just in the last few minutes, they've issued a broad area of Iowa, Illinois, and Indiana under a severe thunderstorm watch. We have a couple tornado warnings too, up in the northern part of the Dakotas and to Brainerd, Minnesota, home of Babe the Blue Ox. We have a line of heavy thunderstorms moving from Fargo in that direction. Let's take a look at the tropics. And this is the time of year where we got a lot of waves of Saharan sand blowing across the Atlantic that kind of suppresses tropical storm development out there. It peaks in July and actually makes things much more conducive for development during August. And some of the computer models are thinking during the first and second week of August, we could see more convection out in the Atlantic and potential of tropical storm development. But right now, it's very calm and should stay that way through the end of July. Here's that little trough of low pressure over the northern Gulf. You kind of see it there. It will spin around some of those storms, but things are calming down. Also, temperatures, even though it's going to be quiet, the stage is being set. These are water temperatures in the mid and upper 80s. in the Gulf of Mexico and even in the low 80s out in the Atlantic. So everything is getting set for an active tropical storm season, so we do need to stay alert, even though it's been quiet so far. Here's our futurecast for the overnight hours, showing the storms ending, more developing overnight and in the early morning hours and then moving eastward. Same thing happens on Sunday, but I think the coverage will not be quite as great. Here's my forecast for the beach and boating on a great day out there. Southeasterly winds becoming southwesterly, 5 to 10 in the afternoon. A light chop on bay and inland waters. It's going to be warm, though. Even though it's air temperature 89, it's going to feel more like 99. Here's a 7-day outlook showing the chance of thunderstorms around 40–50% for the next couple of days. And then it eases off, a little bit drier air and less chance of thunderstorms during the early part of next week. That's our weather. Scott Haley.
Thank you, Steve. Pretty typical Sarasota summer forecast for you.
Enjoy it. And we'll be right back with more. Stay with us.
Tonight, President Trump on the offensive, the Russia investigation gaining steam, his warning to the special counsel as lawmakers seek answers from Trump's inner circle. So what's next? This is where America turns for answers. World News Tonight with David Muir.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Some friendly competition this afternoon between Sarasota police officers and some local kids. The two teams went head-to-head at the Newtown Estates Boys and Girls Club. The kids are quite athletic, but the Sarasota police officers are doing a great job keeping up with the kiddos between their patrols and calls. This is a great way, and I know they've tried really hard to have a more interactive experience with the community and make sure that the kids know that police officers aren't scary. They can be there to assist them if needed. So this is a great community building experience.
Community policing.
Right.
That's best right there. Great example. And as we mentioned, Friday Fest looking good tonight, huh?
Yeah. Absolutely no storms. At last radar check, I don't think they're going to pop up. It's going to be humid, though.
Oh, yeah. Have a great night. See you at 11.
This is an ABC 7 editorial with Steve Sabato.
The state of Florida is about to get a new resident. If his request is granted, OJ will be moving to the Sunshine State. Yesterday, millions watched on live television as Nevada Parole Board agreed OJ had served his time for the 2007 use of a deadly weapon, burglary, and kidnapping. Today, a look at justice, the judicial system, and race in America. Sadly, our national obsession with the story of James Orenthal Simpson's murder of Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman is driven by deep racial issues this tragedy symbolizes. A black man killed a white woman and walked free. OJ was acquitted of murder because a jury believed the acts of a bigoted cop named Mark Thurman raised reasonable doubts that O.J. was framed because of his race. Some say the system worked. Not guilty of the crime of murder, guilty of murder in the civil case, and now eligible for parole. I am not a lawyer or an expert in the court system, but I do know this. Public faith in the justice system has been eroded. It is eroded because a guilty man went free. It is eroded because racial profiling has resulted in the incarceration of a disproportionate number of minorities, and it has eroded because money to pay for high-profile lawyers is often more important than the facts of the case. Our system is not perfect. Sometimes it works, but the outcome is not just. The intended consequence of reasonable doubt is accepting the possibility that it is better for 10 guilty persons to go free than it is for one innocent person to go to jail. That's not my opinion, folks. That is the way the system works. Mark Furman's bigotry and the ability to buy a dream team of lawyers are the guilty parties, not the American justice system. Welcome to the state of Florida, Mr. Simpson. Let's hope the light of freedom and the darkness of 9 years in jail have made you a better man. I'm Steve Sabato. We'd like to hear from you.
The opinions expressed in this editorial do not necessarily reflect those of ABC7's owners or management. If you would like to comment, go to our website, www.mysuncoast.com, and click Community.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.